If you want to know how to become an it girl, if you want to know how to be magnetic, and if you want to know how to get that it girl quality that every single it girl has, then keep watching this video because that's exactly what we're going to be talking about. Hi my best friends and welcome back to my sleepover. Today's video is the new video in the It Girl series, and this one in honor of Halloween is going to be about what we can learn from It Girl villains to become an It Girl. We're going to be talking about Blair from Gossip Girl, Regina George from Mean Girls, Sharpay from High School Musical, Jennifer from Jennifer's Body, Allison from Pretty Little Liars, Harley, Quinn, and Wednesday from Wednesday. So I'm super excited and let's get into this video. Okay, starting off with the first It Girl, Blair from Gossip Girl. And I'm just going to say beforehand that this character does have a lot of different things that she does that are definitely not the most ethical, but I feel like there are some things that make this character so iconic that we can definitely take away for ourselves. And the first one of those things comes from this tendency that Blair doesn't have, but almost every single person, including myself, has had at some point, which is that Blair usually doesn't shy away from compliments. When someone compliments Blair in the show, she always accepts the compliment and she always shows that she's sure of her value. Now, it doesn't have to go to the point where it just comes off as cocky, but accepting the compliment in a way which shows confidence, not denying it or downplaying it, in a way where someone compliments you and you usually feel the need to say, oh no, that phone case, yeah, I actually got it for like $2, it's not even that special. Or if someone compliments your looks by telling you you look pretty and you're like, no, I'm not, that comes off as really insecure, and that is the opposite of an it girl behavior. It girl behavior is honestly demonstrated by Blair every single time that someone gives her a compliment, and this really comes off as very confident and attractive because it shows that she knows her value, it shows that she's sure of herself, which there are some points where Blair definitely does feel insecure, and everyone does. No one's confident 100% of the time. Confidence is fluid, so it comes and goes, but accepting the compliments can be your first step to becoming more confident and getting this it factor for yourself. Which, speaking of Blair, the second thing that I think we can all take away from this character comes from one of her most iconic quotes, which is,
"You need to be cold to be queen."
She uses this when making her judgments, she uses this when making her plans, and she honestly tends to be more logical, thinking about her actions, which even comes through her scheming in the show, which is not a good quality to have, but having this you have to be cold to be queen kind of quality when you're making your decisions, basically trying to step away from the situation and try to make a decision from a colder place when you don't really get your emotions or whatever you're feeling in the moment affect your judgment. You're going to make better decisions which are going to result in you feeling more confident in yourself and you feeling better about yourself. One thing that is kind of unique to one of the it girls and can really act as a great bonding experience with your friends is something that comes from Regina George from Mean Girls, which is making fun traditions to share with your friend group in order to bring you guys closer together. Regina has different traditions that she shares with her friend group. For example, the iconic on Wednesdays we wear pink, or the burn book, which burn book is definitely not something to aspire to have or aspire to copy, but having a tradition like that you share with your friends in your friend group, whether it's dressing a certain color or wearing something specific and matching on certain occasions, or even having this maybe memory book, which is what I had with my best friend, or we'd put like our favorite colors, our favorite bands, songs at the time, and it would be really fun to make and look back on. So coming up with something like that can definitely be really fun for you and your friends and can also make you feel a little more like an it girl. But aside from something that Regina does differently from a lot of the it girls, something that she has in common with almost every single it girl and something that can be seen with every single it girl is the fact that Regina has this quality of being unembarrassable. In the movie, we see a lot of times where Katie tries to ruin her life and tries to embarrass her by giving her the wrong cream or cutting out holes in her shirt, but in that scene Regina still puts on the shirt and she's not embarrassed by it looking weird. Instead, she wears it with confidence, and then everyone else starts dressing the same way, which in part in the movie is because the character is really influential, but at the same time this comes from the fact that the character is really confident in herself. She doesn't care about anyone else's opinion as long as she likes what she's wearing. As long as she wants to wear something, she wears it with confidence, and that confidence I feel like is what draws you into her and makes her impossible to embarrass, because she could have felt bad about wearing that shirt and then she would have either tried to hide it or she would have either worn it very insecurely and people would have noticed that, but instead because she rocked it with so much confidence, that response wasn't there and that even elicited elicited a positive response, because think about it, there are so many things that people have worn that definitely don't look the best, but it's because of the way that they wear them that we actually like it. If you have confidence, you can pull anything off, as long as you don't put on this identity of like, oh, I'm embarrassed right now, oh, this thing that I'm wearing just looks so horrible. And as long as you instead just do that with confidence, no one can make you feel embarrassed, because it's your choice in the end. And if you really show off that confidence and show that no one else's opinions bother you, everything might even turn around and work out in your favor. And going along with this quality, one villain it girl that is honestly so unique and has such a unique style is Sharpay from High School Musical, which, if you've seen this character, everything is pink, everything's glittery. She has very specific taste, but she's not embarrassed to be herself, to have her style. She has everything pink, and she also doesn't care what anyone says, which is something that can be seen in every single it girl. They pick something that they like, they have something that matches their personality, and they're not afraid to show it off. So one thing that you can also do to be more of an it girl is not be afraid to be true to yourself, and not be afraid to show things that are unique about you. And something that can help with that is something that we can learn from the next it girl, which is Jennifer from Jennifer's Body. One thing that I really love about this character is that this character always seems to be the center of attention. She effortlessly turns heads wherever she is, but at the same time, she doesn't really do anything to try and get that attention. She doesn't try to be too loud. She doesn't try anything attention seeking. So you don't really get this needy vibe from her, which paradoxically is exactly what gives her so much magnetism. And how you can get this for yourself is to just be sure in yourself and don't try to worry what someone will think or if someone will pay attention to you, because the more you try to get attention from people, the more it's kind of a tendency for everyone to pull away. When people sense this self-assured, confident, not attention seeking type of energy, they're going to be more drawn to you. Focus on being sure of yourself, focus on being confident in yourself, and don't try to go out of your way too much to try to get someone to pay attention to you. And also another thing that can make people drawn to you, which is something that can be seen from it girls like Alexa Demi, for example, is this sense of mysteriousness, which is also seen from Allison from Pretty Little Liars. Allison's whole character is built around her being a mystery. She's the girl that disappeared. She's the one that you always kind of knew but never really quite knew her, and that is the thing that makes her really magnetic. A sense of like you kind of know her, but there's always something that you don't know that you feel the need to find out. Which I know this tip might not be for everyone, but what you can do to cultivate more mysterious aura around you is to not overshare everything. Share the things that are necessary, but if you're the person that tells everyone everything about themselves, if you meet someone for the first time and they already know your whole business and they already know every single drama that you have going on in your life, everything about you, that is okay, but it's not going to help with this tip. If you want to do something like this, then definitely share, but make sure not to overshare, and at the same time, don't boast about what you're doing all of the time. If you're working on something, if you're preparing some kind of project, don't immediately go out and share it with everybody. Keep it more as a mystery and show the result instead of the process. But if that's not something for you, what you can do can be taken away from the next iconic it girl villain, which is one of my favorite characters of all time, which is Harley Quinn. One thing that I really love about this character is how this character kind of makes everything fun. Harley always approaches everything from a very fun point of view. She has fun with everything that she does, which can really make you magnetic because it draws people to you, because everyone is always stressed all the time anyway, and all of us are looking for this relief. So whatever provides this relief is going to draw people to them. But obviously make sure not to overdo it. It girls have this magnetic factor of they know when you have to be serious, and they know when you can be light, bubbly, have fun with life, and don't take things way too seriously. And one more it girl that definitely doesn't take things way too seriously and always kind of has this stone face without really dramatizing something too much, and always somehow has this calm demeanor, which is also something that makes her very magnetic, is Wednesday. Which one of the things that are most noticeable about this character again is her honestly being almost emotionless and calm in very dramatic situations, which is something that I feel like also makes her magnetic, because being able to keep your cool even when the situation is going south is a very attractive quality that really works well for this character. So if you try to also incorporate this in your life by tying it into the first tip with Blair, that is going to give you an extra it factor to help you become an it girl. But honestly, there are so many more things that can be said from this character, and honestly one main thing that just makes this character so magnetic that if you guys want to know, I talk about it in this video right here. So definitely watch this video if you haven't yet, and I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.